Things are really starting to move with this boat build. I was getting quite discouraged by the end of building the hull, just that it was taking so long. But now suddenly I have decks, I have walls. I'm starting to feel like getting this thing done before the end of the year might be possible after all. Today I'm gonna start the framing for the roof. So first things first, gotta get some supplies. I never fail to be surprised by how long the shopping and deciphering the plans part takes. It's already 11. Gonna start with the hard pieces. Turn out the prettiest, but that was the hard part. Now it's done. This side's looking bad. The other side's looking sort of okay, but on this side there were a couple of spots where I think there was glue or something on there where it was keeping it from soaking up the stain, and I tried to fix those and just made the whole thing worse. And now there's this giant dark spot and I don't really know what to do. I think I'm gonna have to put a whole nother coat of stain on the whole thing, which is gonna make it darker than that side. But I guess you won't ever see both at the same time. I don't know. Well, I kind of hate it, but I'm pretty sure the more I mess with it, the worse it's gonna get, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I'm having a bit of a rough time getting everything to line up, but not to the point of catastrophe yet. So I ended up accidentally just sanding that second wall down to bare wood. I didn't realize that was possible, or I would have just done it in the first place. I thought that if I tried to do that, it would just obliterate the top layer, but no, it was fine. Now I'm attempting to re-stain, but the stain I've been using, I swear to you, it changed color. And no, I don't think it's the wood, because this exact same wall, when I did the first layer, it was this nice brown. When I did the second layer, it was so red, almost purple, just like it was when I was first testing that stain out. I don't understand. I mixed it really well. I do not understand what's happening, but long story short, I'm now thinking I'm gonna do this last wall a totally different stain than I did the other three. So hopefully I don't regret this. That looks pretty good. Okay, that looks shockingly good. Let's compare it. Close enough. It's perfect. I love it. I can't begin to fathom how this is possible, but I'm just gonna be happy that I'm here and not spend too much time puzzling about how I got here. I decided that in order to address my walls, I need to actually secure the back deck, which means that I need to finish the motor well, which means I need to epoxy these pieces of plywood, which means I finally had an excuse to make a batch of epoxy so I can see if it's gonna stick to this stain that I used. And I'm glad, because it's been randomly raining for a little bit every once in a while the past few days, and every time I'm scared that my stained wood is gonna get rained on and ruined. So I'm ready to waterproof it. Okay. See how that turns out.
If I could stop ain't ever tried to hide yourself, but I spent all of my money on California. Did I arrive too late? Did I make you wait? Now tell me where you've been and everything you've seen. Did I arrive too late? Did I make you wait? Tell me where you've been and everything you've seen.
I've been nervous to do this, but I'm ready. I think the front framing is going to be a little bit more complicated than the back, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I'm going to work on that by myself for the rest of this week. Maybe I'll get it done. And then I have a series of visitors who are going to come help me. So between my renewed motivation and a few extra sets of hands, plus at least one more confident builder than me, I think, knock on wood, I could be looking at having the structure of this totally done in 2 or 3 weeks maybe. At that point, I'll basically be ready to set sail.